Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be crocheting the pom-pom crop top. It's so cute. It's not summer in South Africa at the moment, but hey, we still have warm winters. So what we are going to use is actually an old yarn that I had lying around. And I actually made a project previously with it, but I decided against it. It was quite a cute stitch actually. But anyway, we're going to be using a scrap yarn. It's a bit thick and soft. So we're going to start with doing cups. So we're going to use the single stitch cup. Please remember that this cup you need to cover your boobie quite well, otherwise it's not going to stretch much, because single crochet doesn't stretch too much and you still want it to remain beautiful. So anyway, let's get started. I'm a size small and this covers my whole breast, so boobie. So if you are a large, then you will increase, you will go this way and that way again. And then obviously if you're an extra large, then you go this way and that way again. So you just keep increasing that way. This cup, we don't want it to be too long. So what I did was that I measured up until my mid boobie. And then it came to 15, and then I just undid 2 to start with 13. So let's go on ahead and do the second cup. All right, so we're just going to do the magic ring. And I used a 3.25 millimeter hook. That is my preferred size. So sometimes if the yarn says use 4 millimeters, I prefer to use a smaller hook because it makes the work neat for that neatness. I don't like loose floppy things. So let's go on ahead and chain 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So there we go, we've chained 13, and now we are going to just chain one more, and then we are going to go back into that first stitch with a single stitch. So single stitch basically means that you go once and come back out. That's our number 1 stitch. So we're just going to keep on doing that until the end. Single stitch all the way. Single stitch all the way. Sorry if you hear the dogs in the background. The neighbors are busy, even though they're saying it's locked down. So let's just continue single stitching, and then I will meet you at the end. Okay, so we are almost at the end. We have that last one left. Don't forget that last one, it counts as well. So what I like to do is I like to use the piece of yarn as my stitch marker. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to crochet 3 single crochets in there. So let's go on ahead. 1, 2, and 3. And then what we are going to do is we are going to take our stitch marker and the second one, which is the middle, we'll go there and do that. Okay, so we have that in the middle one. So grab that back also, bring it with. So this is our first one. So you can see the other ones are in the circle. So this is our first stitch, crochet stitch going down. So we're just going to do single crochets going all the way down. So you can count with me. You can count to just make sure that you cover all of them. You don't skip any one of them, because then it will make your work look weird. So always make sure that you can see, okay, there's the other stitch, the next stitch, and then you can see, okay, here is the next stitch. That's where I need to match it. So just match it like that. Oh, my hook came out. Hopefully I can see the third one. The middle one is there. All right. Okay, then I will meet you at the end. Okay, so now we are almost at the end. So as you can see, I've been matching. So you can just match like that, like just match to see, okay, this one is against that one, this one is against that one. So as you can see, I've matched up until here, but there's 2 left. So I'm going to single crochet in there as well. It's a bit tricky, this last ones, but it's very important that you don't leave them behind or you don't forget about them. Okay. All right, and then we have the last one, the last stitch. So we're just going to, oh, it's a bit tight, put it through there. Bring it out for that last tight stitch. There we go. I like to chain 1 and then we turn our work around, and then this is going to irritate me, so I'm just going to cut it off. All right, so now we are going to go into that first one after we've chained that first stitch. All right, we are going to do this all the way back to the beginning. How's everyone doing? Where are you from? Are you doing this as a business or a hobby? Do you have kids? Have you been to South Africa before? It's very nice to actually know people. The world is so small now that we get to know people from far without actually being there. But we all wish we had the money to go there. Anyway, so now you can see we have second and that one middle stitch. This was the third stitch in the circle. So now we go that. So there is that middle one. I'm going to take this out and crochet 3 in there. We're going 1, 2, and 3. And then we put the stitch marker in number 2, because that is our middle. Maybe we might make the stitch marker a bit shorter just so that it's not irritating. So now we move to, this is that other stitch. That was the third one in the first one, but now it's going to be part of the main single crochets. And we do that going all the way down. I'm going to repeat this step with you again, just so that you can get used to the single crochet stitch. Don't be intimidated by other people that already know what they're doing. Everyone started somewhere. Every master was once a beginner. So we all start somewhere. And you will get there. So now we were at the end. Chain 1, you can see my work is going to be in 9. Go in there. All right, so now we are going back up, and when we get to the top, then we will do the 3, and then I will meet you on the other side. Feel free to pause if you missed something. Just take your time learning. I know I'm not very good at taking my time learning. I actually just want to understand something and do it now and get it now, but need to have a little bit of patience with ourselves, isn't it? So now we're at the middle row. We're going to do that. Then now we're going to single stitch 1, 2, and 3. And where do we go back into? We go into number 2. Let's go into number 2, which is our middle. Grab that. All right. Okay, so now we are back with a bang. Let's go back all the way down. So keep doing this. Just make sure that you do not miss the last crochet stitches. And it's better if you count actually on your way down, just to make sure that you get that last stitch, because that can make your work look just wonky and then you have to undo it. Better to do it slowly once than to try and be fast and then you have to undo it, and then now you're becoming annoyed and impatient and you put the things away. So there is the last one, and then we're going to single stitch and then we're going to go back. Alrighty, so I'm done with my cups. I've completed my 2 cups. Sorry, the yarn is in the way. And I've reached the end. I counted just to make sure that the lines are equal and the cups are then the same size. So I've counted from the middle and I counted 15 rows. And 15 rows on the other cup, so the cups are equal. So now I'm going to crochet single crochets and join the other cup. So we're just going, there's the corner, so we go back into the corner, do another single crochet, and then we single crochet all the way with 1 single crochet in each line and 1 in the middle of the line. So that is the line. And now we're going in the middle of the line to do the single crochets going all the way. So once I'm done with this side, I will show you how to join when we meet in the middle. Okay, so now I have reached the end of the cup and we're about to join this cup with the other cup. So I'm just going to do the last single crochet, and then what we do is make sure that the cups are on the same side. So when looking at the stitches, do the stitches look the same? And then we're just going to slip stitch on in the last hole, and then there we go. Then we continue to single crochet all the way to the other side, and then we will be getting to the exciting part, which is the pom-pom. And soon our crochet bra will be ready for us to shine, honey. Shine and show off. All right, I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so now we are at the exciting part, or on the exciting part of making the pom-pom. So this was the end. I still have 2 left. So now what we're going to do is chain 1, turn our work around, and then 2, 3, So that's 3, and then you hold on to that's 3. So you need to relax your hand here so that the chains are not tight. 3, and then you go 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 chains. So what we're going to do now is do double crochets in that one to make the pom-pom. So we're going to do 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, we're not closing everything, 3, and 4. Okay, so in the end we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the end, so you need to have 5. Then we're going to pull through all of them. So put your needle upside down so that it can actually not hook on everything or all the other yarn. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do the other half of our pom-pom. So you chain double crochet back into this little hole at the back. We make another 4, which makes it 5 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now we pull through everything and then chain 1 to close the half, and then we go back into that base of the first half where all the double crochets are, and then we're going to slip stitch. So just slip stitch there, put it through, and then pull it out. Everything is tight here. So now we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. I don't want the bobbles hanging too low, so I'm going to, if you want them hanging that way so that there's a bit of space, you can leave that there. But I'm going to make them so that they're a little tighter. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the fifth, I'm going to slip stitch. I need to stop making these things tight. So let's do another pom-pom. So we're crocheting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to count back 1, 2, and in the third we're going to do double crochets, 4 of them. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, and 4. So we should have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we pull through and then chain 1, 2, 3. So we're going back into the base, which is the back of this one. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to count. We should have 5 chains at the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we pull through and then chain 1, and then we go back into the first one to do a slip stitch. Alright, there's our slip stitch. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. So we skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th, there's our cute pom-poms. In the 5th, then we slip stitch. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Then plus 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do our double crochets 1, 2 in the 3rd chain. Again we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then again we're going to double crochet into that base. You can see the little base there. Let's go 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got our 5. Now we're just gonna pull through everything and then chain 1, go back into the base to close our clam. That is our pom-pom. All right, there we go. So you can repeat that, or you can pause and go back just to see how to do this. I'm gonna meet you at the end and we're going to finish our top. That's how quick and cute it is. Hello. Now nearing towards the end, you can see that there's more than 5 crochet 5 spaces, more than 5 left. So what you can do is you can add an extra chain here or add an extra chain here just to cover the entire space. So I'm just going to slip stitch here and slip stitch into the next one so that our work is neat and it's at the end. So now instead of cutting the yarn, what you can do already is just continue with the first strap. So you're just going to chain. I like my straps to be a bit longer, so I normally chain 100, but you can chain less if you want them shorter. I like them to go around and come back, just in case I'm in the mood to feel sexy. So I've chained 1, 2. So I'm going to chain 100 and I will meet you back on the other side. Now with years of crocheting, I've learned that I actually don't like this so thin because then it just doesn't look as flattering. So I'll go back. So I've reached 100. I'll just chain 1 and then I'll go back and do single crochets just to make the straps nice and thick. So you go back all the way, just single. It's a lot of work now, but the work looks so much nicer and neater when it's complete. So it's about quality, isn't it? That's why we price our work according to the quality of it. So you cannot charge a lot. Yes, it will take you a long time, but you can't charge a lot for work that looks like it's not complete. Oh, the customer is complaining. The strap is too uncomfortable. So just take your time. Those few extra minutes will make a difference to the customer. It will make a difference to your work. It will make a difference when you are wearing it to show off, show other people. So yes, I'll meet you at the end. So I'll do the other strip on the other side, but I'll meet you at the end just to show you how to finish the strap off next to the bra so that it looks nice. Alright, so now we are almost at the end, and I just wanted to show you how I join my work at the end, how I join the bra. So I go to the first stitch here so that it looks like a square. I go to the first stitch and I slip stitch and I chain one, and later on we will be hiding that one we'll be hiding this little yarn that's left. So there's the corner. So I'm going to do the same for the top as well. So I will join the yarn here, do up until 70. I like to chain 70 so that it's not too long, and then I will come back and do the same thing. So in the next one, then I will slip stitch and cut off. All right, we will see the end product soon, but I'm very excited. I am so excited. So I'm actually doing my second arm, and I just wanted to show you how I did it this side. So I went to the third chain, not the middle one, the third one, and I just pulled that through, and then I chained one. I'm just gonna grab that other yarn so I can bring it in and chain over it, and then around and chain over it. You can do this a few times so that when you cut it, some of the yarn is still inside the strap. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we're going to continue doing that and then come back, and then when we come back, what we're going to do is we're not going to slip stitch in the middle one. We're going to slip stitch into the side, so that we're going to slip stitch into this one so that it covers the top of the bra and sits nicely like this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make it neat, make the strap nice and neat. So you can see I'm on the last stitches and single crocheting over the, remember we had to loop in, I like the word loop, we had to loop in the yarn so that the strap is nice and strong, because we want a strong strap. Okay, so you can see I'm at the end. So now I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to slip stitch in here, and okay, I'm going to get my scissor quickly. So my pen is here, busy. All right. So now when you have that, you don't want to cut it off, because then the crochet will come off. So you just want to tuck in. So what I do is I pull through in closer spaces, and then I'll take that and I will pull through. So you sort of hide it in between, just to make your work look neat, because you can't just cut it off now, can you? can only cut it off if it's long and you have hidden it under a few number of stitches. There, cut it off and it's nice and neat. And we're going to cut off that long yarn so it's nice and neat. Check that there. And here is our crochet bralette. Yay! Here we go. Yes, so please if you like the videos, click that like button and subscribe and click the notification so that when I make another video of an easy cute top that doesn't take too long, then you get the notification. I'm going to be doing those tutorials and I will let you guys know when I'm starting to do the big projects. But yes, click the subscribe button below and I will see you in the next video. Keep well, look after yourself and look after your family, and keep it cute. Keep it cute. Thank you. Bye.